Hello and welcome to the AllMadeUp Podcast with me, Harry Stakini.
Me, Lewis Coleman.
And me, Ben Hart.
The show where each week a guest joins us in the writer's room to create a story like you and we have never heard before.
Not quite knowing what's around the corner or what we'll find along the way, as this podcast is exactly what it says on the tin.
It's all made up.
2025 started with an absolute BANG.
Bang.
I really struggled with that then. I went,
Yeah. For those with a low reading age, Lewis was saying the word bang. But it has started with a bang because Alfie Carter, who was meant to be our guest today, his car has gone up with a bang, and he's all right. He's alive. Imagine that. Yeah.
and he's dead.
Yeah,
You know,
and it's just a black and white picture of Alfie. His car's broken down, so Alfie Carter was due to be our guest to kick off the new year, and we were really looking forward to having him on, but he's had car trouble, so instead of Alfie, you've got the three amigos and Liam on the ones and twos.
Not just a one. It's just going to be this angle.
Yeah,
We've got no guest.
He's taking pictures. He looks like a private eye who's not blending into his environment.
He's got a camouflage jacket with just a black background. So he's very visible.
I do wish you put some clothes on, though, Liam. It's making me feel quite uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. I find I can find the S-stop better when my cock's out. It's far easier. Exactly. Yeah.
Thing is, no one's going to be able to hear what Liam's saying because he's so far away.
Liam made a joke about his knob being one of the fingers on the lens. I suggested just right now that it could be a tiny little tripod, which I think could be quite a funny image.
It's good, though, because that was well worth going back over there. That was,
Well, welcome to 2025, everybody.
Welcome to 2025.
If this is an idea of the level of content we're going to be putting out this year, just you wait.
Yeah, fire.
We start from here, and it can only go up.
Yeah, but it's nice to have everyone back. It's been a few weeks. I was away. You've been away. You've had Christmas, and we've all had life happen in the past 3 weeks.
I don't do too well, me, for like you two jetting off to different places, and me just staying in Lee. You was like, you've been away, I've been away. You had Christmas.
You choose not to leave Lee.
Yeah.
You choose not to leave Lee.
You go to more places in your mind, right, than you do physically.
Well, I've got a VR headset.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to leave Lee.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with us.
Lewis goes on a gap year every night. Just
I was playing a boxing game in VR.
Yeah.
And Clem took a picture and put it in one of the chats.
I'm not in that one, I don't think. So it's another one. It's another one that I'm not in. Another one that I'm not in. It's probably the friends chat, that one, not the business chat. Yeah, pricks.
It's not that.
Just remember about France.
Yeah.
Close friends chat, is it? Yeah. I bet Sam's in it, isn't he? Isn't he?
It's from the trip that went to France.
Yeah, but I see Clem every week.
Every week.
Look,
all I get texts about is who's on the who's when we need a new camera. You know, who's on the show this week. When we're doing. I only get business, me. That's all I get.
you're getting pleasure.
No, do you know what? No, but I'll tell you what happened, Ben. So basically, Clem put a picture of me in virtual reality, and I'm boxing, and then they were coming up with names.
I love that.
Yeah, coming up with names, what like the boxer I'd be called. So what was it? What was the first one? Chris Ubend.
Yeah, Chris Ubend. Manny Twattiao. Ricky Twatton.
Amir Kant.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I got
Sam.
the best one.
Oh, was it you who said it? I thought it was Sam. I thought Sam said it.
No, obviously boxers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I put Muhammad Ali.
I would like that. If I was in that chat, I would have loved that. I'd love that at the time. Obviously, all the momentum at the time would have helped make it funnier as well. But being part of the chat. Second-hand jokes are always better. It's like when you go watch a comedian, then they tell you the other person's joke afterwards.
Well, I'll tell you something, Ben. I'm pretty disappointed in you.
What did I do?
It's what you didn't do, actually.
What?
Ben didn't even wish me happy birthday this year.
I've got you a birthday present.
Or, after the fact, I didn't even get wished happy birthday. Not said it. It was only 3-4 weeks ago. So, make of that what you will. I didn't want to bring it up.
I did wish you happy birthday.
No.
I didn't want to bring it up.
I did.
I did.
You didn't. Didn't wish me a single happy birthday, Ben. I didn't want to bring it up, but I have.
I did.
I don't know if you did or you didn't.
Help me. I'm sure I would have. Why would I miss your birthday?
I don't know. All I remember for your birthday, I got you.
You saw my future, Lewis. Of course,
The only thing I say is for your birthday, I got you a specially baked cake with like the AllMadeUp on it, if you remember back in March, and put a lot of effort into it and created a little PowerPoint, and I didn't even get a single happy birthday.
Hey, we were doing the live show at the time. It was part of the show that.
I didn't do it for the content.
Anyway, I've got you a present at home. Anyway, actually, I've got you a present at home.
Yeah, well, but viewers, just let me know what you think about that. Not even being told happy birthday on your birthday.
You've ruined it for yourself. There's something coming down the line for you, son. That you're really talking yourself out of here.
Well, Harry, what would you think about that?
I'm pretty bad for remembering birthdays, so
Harry just said happy birthday. Didn't get me a card or anything like that.
Probably an event I wasn't invited to. Probably.
Defo gave you a card before I left.
No, you did. No money in it this time, though.
Probably in one of them chats. If I missed it, like, probably a party.
You
or
know
something.
what?
Lewis, they probably all went Frankie Bays without me or something like that.
For the listener, what?
Just for the listeners, I don't know if you're enjoying Lewis just pulling us into his pit of pity, right?
The pity.
What happens when we're in the pity? We play Catan. Settlers of Catan, if you've not played it, is a board game that was purchased.
Where's that come from?
It's come from you pulling us into this pit.
Oh, Catan is something I got for Liam's birthday, actually. I got that. No, it's for Christmas, wasn't it? I got that for your Christmas present.
Don't say I missed Liam's as well.
Who?
Lewis
No
missed it.
way.
Lewis missed your birthday last
I
year.
did not. No,
that is
he's
shocking,
talking rubbish.
That is absolutely shocking. That is awful. That when someone misses someone's birthday.
It happens. I missed my mum's one time.
You missed your mum's?
Yeah.
That is disgraceful.
Wow.
Right, look,
How many sisters you've got? You've got no excuse for missing that.
mate, I'm quite bad for
The
it.
amount of fuss we made for you on your birthday in Edinburgh as well.
Fucking hell, I'll tell you what. I tell you what.
I'm trying to deflect it. Shut up.
No, mate. Yeah.
I'm trying to deflect.
Yeah, let's deflect. Let's fucking open that can of worms.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, go on. So, what do you
Why
want to talk about?
walked off the podcast?
He flung the whole table over.
Yeah, exactly. He's lost the fucking plot. No, what? Can't believe that.
Catan.
Yeah, stab me from the front next time. Settlers. My mum. I forgot her birthday one time, and I was like 15. I'm eating my tea, and my mum's made me tea as well, which was
15 is pretty standard. That.
But my sister's on
She's gone out of the way. She's made my tea. I'm 15.
Yeah. But my sister's on the phone.
Mum, thanks.
Again, every night.
She's made my tea again. She's a saint, this woman. What a woman.
I don't know. Some people, I used to make like my own tea every now and then, but my mum
15.
Yeah.
Did you fuck?
Yeah, it did.
Who are you trying to impress?
No, mate, I started doing my own washing and cooking.
Chicago style pizza in the microwave or something. You guys have to make your own tea, can you?
No, mate, honestly.
Coming home from school. Fucking teas in oven. Mum, come here.
I've made a beef goulash.
Made a beef goulash. Harry, will you get your head out of the goulash?
She said, we'd never use that paprika. I proved her wrong.
He's melting.
That's what it all started.
So, she's made you tea.
Nice woman.
And it was her birthday.
Yeah, it was. And it's basically, I'm eating, she's on the phone to my sister. My sister's at uni. And I hear them chatting. And then my mum goes, Jordan wants to speak to you. And I was like, all right, okay. So I put my knife and fork down. Hey, Jord. She goes, you do know it's Mum's birthday. And I looked at my plate up at my mum, and I just thought,
your mum's got a birthday hat on. 50 badge.
Yeah.
Candles are nearly burnt down.
Give me a slice of her own cake.
Oh, it's lovely. What we're celebrating.
But yeah, I looked at her, and I was like, I thought it was tomorrow. And she was like, no, it's today. And I was like, fucking hell. And even now, I think my mum's birthday, I think it's May 16th. I think. It could be the 15th, but I think it's the 16th.
She's on Facebook, isn't she? Check on there.
Yeah, I'll just ask her.
Yeah.
But I have forgot birthdays in the past, and my mum was very gracious about it. She didn't. She said, "Look, these things happen."
So like me then.
Yeah, it's because you're 15.
Yeah, well, mate, but then,
And I'm not, so sorry, Lewis.
hey, I did tell you this one time, right?
I've actually got your present at home.
I believe you.
There's something that in the pipeline coming for you that you don't want to ruin it by prodding the.
Sounds like a threat. Yeah. Listen, pal, there is something in the pipeline coming for you.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's good, but don't poke the what's it called? Don't poke the beast because you'll ruin it for yourself here.
2 weeks from now, you'll get a knock at the door, and there'll be a
silencer pointing at my head.
Two massive fellas. They put out a little sheet of plastic and they go, "Do yourself a favour, stand on that, will you?" You go, "What?" And you go, "This is what's in the pipeline."
It's Liam. He's at the back going, "Shouldn't have beat me at Catan."
Just to give you one last thing on the birthday thing, right? I forgot. As I said, forgot. I hadn't bought a card in time for it to arrive on the day of my dad's birthday, right? And
you've heard of a shop.
Yeah,
but it's personalised.
Yeah,
just a birthday card. So I've not bought a card yet. And
you've ordered a card.
No,
though.
I've say it's Monday. My dad's birthday's Tuesday.
Right.
And in my head, I'm like, this card is not going to get there in time.
For you to post it.
Yeah.
Right.
And my dad rang me and was like, he said, "All right, H." He said, "I'm just checking. Obviously, I'm going away." He said, "I want to make sure I've got all my cards and stuff." He said, "I've just not seen one come through the post from you yet." And mate, yeah. So, and I went,
such a leading question that.
Yeah. And I went, I said, no, I've got one sorted for you. And he said, "All right, okay." He said, "What's it look like?" Mate, and I am sat in my car on the phone. I was like,
you're going to guess what one's going to look like, what you're going to say.
It's a picture of a car, a sun.
Rectangle. I was like, it kind of opens in the middle. He's like, "What colour is it?" I said, it's got a bit of blue on the front.
Yeah.
What's it say? I was like, "This is happy birthday." Is it anything inside? I was like, "No, it's blank." And I'd always go blank in the middle of a card. My dad sends me, both of my parents will send me like Christmas cards. You know where it's like a poem?
Yeah, there's messages throughout it.
Read the words. I'm like, you didn't fucking write them. So it's not like you can, all you've put is to, from.
But you love dialogue.
Yeah. But yeah, I tried to explain this card away to my dad and then had to go into Tesco and find the closest thing to what I described on the phone. And I don't think I was rumbled, unless he watches this and he'll know that.
Well, he said that he posted him, so he would have been rumbled, but no. The postman not dropping it off.
Yeah, but at the same time, I just a bit slow.
I found this outside with no stamp and address on it.
But that's.
What did you get him? Or was it just a message?
Just a card.
Just a message card. Any money?
I think a bottle of whiskey or something like that.
Yeah,
because he's got a drinking problem.
And you're trying to encourage it.
No, just whatever self-soothes.
But obviously, you've come back from a big cruise, haven't you?
I have.
Look, like, not a tidy segue, but I just wanted to get in there.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Sometimes I was going to say something about chopping. I've been in the Caribbean, everybody, right? I did 3 weeks on a Virgin cruise from 14th of December to I got back today.
And what was the name of the cruise?
I'm sure it's Cruise Before. Virgin Cruise.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. So, mate,
it's a classic, isn't it?
Yeah. You could have used that.
Predominantly American crowd. You had to do 2 45-minute shows a week and then up to 6 20-minute sets a week. Went to Honduras. Puerto Rico was great. Dominican Republic. Bahamas. It was good. I had a good time. The shows were interesting. Americans are an interesting bunch.
Change the word interesting for what you actually want to say.
I would say...
Remember, we've got American listeners.
They don't do subtle. And sometimes humour, you can say something... You can say one thing without having to say the other. You know what I mean? It's like it can be double meanings and stuff
Something
like that.
can be implied.
Yeah, and I think not all Americans, but I think...
The ones who go on Virgin Cruises.
They want it hit over their head of like, right, that's the punchline. That's the punchline. You can't... And this is what I think is really interesting is, in a comedy club, if you're chatting to someone in the crowd and you make a joke about them, you're getting in your car and you're leaving. You have to live with these people. So you can't...
You can't rip them too much.
Yeah, and the rules of engagement are different because effectively they're on holiday and comedy is something they can watch. I wouldn't say they're invested in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you just kind of pop in. And yeah, I had some shows where I described it this way. Comedy is a buffet. everyone has different tastes. And there were some shows where I had people looking at me going, "Get that off my fucking plate." You know, you have to adapt to
Did
that.
some come back for seconds though?
Yeah. What was really weird was I did one show, this 20-minute set, right?
Yeah,
and then did my solo an hour after in the same room. And this woman showed up and I was like, started chatting to the crowd. And then she went, "Can you do the joke about your dad when he moved in?" And I was like,
I will.
No, I won't, because I'm not going to repeat material. So I went, I said, well, I've kind of done that bit. She was like, "Yeah, but I like it. Can you just do it?" And I was like, "I'm not a fucking jukebox." Right?
She thinks you're a buffet, mate.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
describe yourself as a buffet table.
There was people in the room. I said, "Was anyone at the earlier show?" And I did, and they went, "Yeah." And then she was sat with her now husband, who wasn't at the early show. She said, "I just want him to..."
With her ex in early show.
Yeah. Imagine that, yeah.
I thought you meant they got married in between shows. That's what I thought you meant then. Wasn't her husband then? But on the second show, it was her husband.
She went, "I just want him to hear it because I've tried to explain it." And she was like, "And you do it better than me." And I was like, "Yeah, because I fucking wrote it."
Yeah.
So I looked at the guy, and he's like in his 70s. He was really a good life. His name was Stan. He was pissed. He had a sailor's cap on, like a captain's hat, right?
Ahoy.
And ahoy. And I started. I said, "Look, I'm not going to do the entire thing to you," I said, "but I'll give you the outline." I was like, "My dad, this happened. He met this woman, travelled the world, come back, then he lived with me." And then she was like, "Yeah," and then do the rest of it. And it was, and the room were obviously laughing at this woman's interaction. But whereas in a comedy club, you might do 20 minutes of just like no interaction, just loads of stand up, I was probably doing like 25 minutes worth of stand up and then just chatting to the crowd, because sometimes the momentum isn't like, it's not a comedy club momentum. You just, you get
like
people that kind of not ask questions, but they, Americans are very supportive. British people, we're not.
They want you to die.
Yeah, they're just they're very like, whoa, clappy and stuff like that. And I know it's quite what's the word?
You said someone
cliche.
You said someone complained about being ripped.
Yeah, they complained about. They said their job got taken the piss out of, and they said the
gynecologist.
No, I think they were just like a fucking loser.
What do you do? A loser?
No, well, I think it's with the idea of like it's very expensive to go on this cruise. So there's people that go on have money, and I think they're like, well, I'm in a position of power. I've got a bit of status, and if someone goes against that, it's the first time they've maybe just been made fun of, and they don't like it. And that's not our fault. That's your fault. You know?
But they've complained to who did they complain to? The captain of the ship? Or?
Yeah, he knocked on his...
Listen.
Yeah, drop the fucking anchor, okay? I want to put a complaint in. Some fella's on stage up there. He says I'm a gynecologist, okay? I'm a lawyer. I'm an official man, and I won't be called a pussy, okay?
My family built this country.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, get him on the plank.
In the middle of the sea.
Yeah. I want that comedian...
What country?
Yeah, this sea would be German without my granddad.
I want him tied to the mast and lashed. It's like, we don't have a mast. Build one.
Captain at ships just...
Also, how big's this wheel? What's he doing? How do you think they drive cruise ships? Whoa, there's a wave there.
Just trying to concentrate. Some lawyer's giving him... Get him out of here.
He's not driving through the city centre. He's driving to the upper water.
That's what he is. He's a bit keen, this lad. Isn't he? But,
oh my God.
They put a complaint into Sailor Services. And,
the SS.
Yeah. And then you get a knock at the door.
That is so funny. You should have done that.
And quick.
You should have done that. Write that down for next time.
Yeah, well, mate. Okay, this is a great example. So Matt Stellingworth was on the ship, and he has a joke about World War II and America being like, he went to this World War II museum in America, and he said it was interesting because the first few years of it are pretty empty.
Yeah.
Right,
You know what I mean, right? But he was like, if you say that to a 98% American crowd, they are like, well, no, like we saved you. Like, I was in a bar in Puerto Rico and with Joe having a pint, and these American people were stood around, and this guy's got his cap on backwards, shades, you know, like thongs on his feet. He looked, you know what I mean? Like not thongs. Yeah.
Just thongs all over his feet. About 8 pairs.
But he goes to me,
fucking hell.
He goes,
what are they, mate?
Right.
You you guys English? And we go, yeah. And he goes, we kicked your ass in 1776 or something. And I was just like,
You should be like,
1776.
you know what I mean? Like, whenever they won independence, I was a bit like,
should be like, actually, pal, what actually happened was we were actually fighting the French at the time. They were about 2 or 3 miles away. You were actually a colony that wasn't actually making any money. We sent our B-rate army and then we left. You didn't actually beat us. So let's just be clear. World War II.
I love that.
Yeah. Also, Russia actually saved us in World War II. If we're going to boil down to it, you were busy fighting in Asia. Russia saved Europe, and then the Americans pushed back to make sure it wasn't become all communist. So let's not be clear on that.
Well, next time, can I get that on a voice
Get
note
on a
from
clip.
you?
Yeah.
And then when he goes, I'm going to go, sorry, pal, just one sec. Just get the volume on that. Put it next to your ear. And then just watch his face go like.
Turn that TV down.
Yeah. We left. You didn't beat us.
But yes, the complaint went in, and the complaint said, I want something done about this.
Is that what he said? Oh,
yeah.
you found out what the complaint was?
Because they told us, and they basically were like, well, nothing is going to get done because what you're complaining about is such a small thing. But that's the difference, is that it's their experience. The sailor comes first. You can't say cunt on the ship.
For those who haven't been on a cruise ship before, I hadn't, Harry said that passengers get
Called sailors.
So they're not passengers on the ship, they are sailors on the ship.
And also, to our American audience, I do really like you, but I like historical accuracy just as much more. So I will not listen to any lies.
Yeah. It was good. The food was amazing. Just ate, drank.
What was the best thing you ate? What is it like top tier food, or is it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, the restaurants are great. Like Eve, my sister, went. She was like, "This is like a restaurant quality meal you would get on land. It's not like
it's not like you're on a 4-star hotel all inclusive."
Yeah. No. So we ate in the best restaurant on the ship is a place called The Wake, which ironically is at the back of the ship.
Dead in there. Oh my God! Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Turn everyone else's microphones off.
You're all just eating the former comedian. This is what we do if you take the piss out of our sailors.
I'd be using that joke every day on that ship. It's opening up with it. Who's been to the Wake? Was it dead in there?
The Americans be like, what?
Yeah.
And then just standing ovation, 18 minutes.
Yeah.
Last two, see you on the ship.
Creating another Wake.
Yeah. She's like, do that joke again.
The lady comes to the second show.
Do it again.
Do it again.
You didn't see it.
No, I've already used that one.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
No, you tell it better than me.
The Wake's a steak place. So the thing that I find mad is like all inclusive. You can go somewhere and you could say, I want 4 steaks. They can't say no, right? They can't, right?
And I bet you said that to him. You can't say no.
No, that's what, the amount of cookies I kept getting, and I was like,
do you stink? Yes, you can't say no.
But
you stink, don't you?
I
go to my room.
At one point, I got a batch of like 8 biscuits, right? And then I just kept thinking, if I went up there and got another round of 8, at what point would they be like, we can't give you any more? But they can't. Like, so I spoke to one guy. He said he ordered every single steak in the Wake, right? Yeah, in one sitting. Big guy. And
keep you awake at night.
The waiter went to him. He said, "We've never done this before." And he was like, "Well, what we'll do is bring me 2. I'll finish them, then give me another 2."
Who's saying this is just a sailor on board?
Yeah, he was a really nice lad. But he said
you would have sold his Wake.
Yeah, it's nice, Ben.
Look at him, he's desperate to think of one.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to just figure out the end of this. So he orders everything. Me and my sister went. We ordered all the sides and then the steaks. And the food is great because I'd say the best thing I had was the steak, without a shadow of a doubt.
What type of steak were it?
It was a hanger steak, which it was like probably about that big, but very succulent.
Oh, nice.
For the listener, how like?
But about the size of a big apple.
That is such a
size of New York.
Good description. That
yeah, big apple
for a steak. Was it thick?
I'll tell you what was mad in there. I had this. It was a bone marrow
straw.
That's what I grew up on.
Yeah, that's a femur of a former comic.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the Wake.
It was like you scraped it out, but it come out like a big Fred Flintstone bone. Scoops it out and then you put it on like fried bread.
It tastes unbelievable.
It was good, but it was also like really gross because you are scraping a spoon into bone that looks like your shin. Just going, yeah, cool. And as I was eating it, Jordan went, "That's what people get transplants for." I was just like,
"What is it, marrow?"
It's just a bit in between
Yeah,
Just
it's like in the hollow bit of your bone.
Yeah.
It's just well, it's what like when your bones are being made, like it's the gaps. It's like anything, like
Yeah.
It's like a jelly.
yeah, it's like a jelly almost.
It's delicious.
Did anyone die when you're on the cruise? It's quite common. A few people die on cruise ships, don't they? Apart from you, did anyone die?
Mate, yeah. No one died.
I waited to say that for about 2 minutes.
There was.
Are you allowed? I know this is stupid, but does it ever like stop the ship and you can like jump off it?
What the side?
No.
Like a diving board.
No, I've. This wasn't. On
How tall is it?
It's big.
Yeah.
It's like
6 to 8 foot.
I was on a ship one time, and one of the entertainers told me he had a conversation with a guy that was convinced. Bearing in mind, when a cruise ship's moving, it's fucking moving, right?
Fast.
Yeah. Like you.
What, 40 knots?
Not that fast, but
1,000 mile an hour.
put it this way. This guy went, I reckon I could jump off this and swim alongside it. And he was like, you know you couldn't.
Was
And
my
he was
dad?
like, yeah, he's going, no, definitely could. And it's like, you're looking at it going, no, because when it's breaking the water, you look at the wake it leaves behind, you could put a donut on the back of it and have a good time.
Yeah. I told you that story of my dad, didn't I? Swimming out to the rock that time.
Go on.
When it was
He does
Benidorm, and it was like when I was young.
To that?
Yeah, there's a big rock in Benidorm.
Yeah, I
which
know
you
it
can-
is. Yeah, it's...
And my dad said to me, Mum, I can swim to that.
No, he didn't.
He did. So we tried swimming out to this rock. Obviously realised quite far out.
Yeah, it is.
He can't make it. Swam all the way back, dug a hole next to the towel, threw up in it, and fell asleep. I think he were half cut. To be fair, I think he was.
It's like a 20-minute boat trip.
Yeah, I mean that's.
That's a fact. That's what I was like. That one. It's like a 20-minute boat trip. Swam it.
My dad said I could swim it.
That's so funny.
No way.
I'll show you a video afterwards. But how funny was that video I sent to you and my dad over Christmas?
Yeah, that
Did you
was.
send it in one of the other groups? Probably.
No. So I'd said Merry Christmas, everyone, right? Merry Christmas all around. And what was quite nice is like the Christmas day I was having was so different to what everyone else was having.
Yeah.
So I got a video of his dad in a conservatory playing darts, but he was throwing them on the floor, right?
Oh no, I'm on about the one of my dad coming home from his works do.
Oh, that is fucking funny.
That is gonna like it's not on socials, but if that was on
Yeah,
socials,
it would blow up.
it'd be immediate.
Put it out.
So basically, my dad's gone to his works do, open bar, free bar, and my dad enjoys a drink. Anyway, my mum gets a phone call off one of his workmates. You need to come and pick Paul up, and she's like, right, okay, goes and picks him up. And then my mum sends a picture into family WhatsApp, and it's my dad just on AstroTurf, face down on floor, said he's been here 15 minutes. And then on Ring doorbell, she sent the footage from the Ring doorbell of the night. And my mum, she's parked up and she stood near a car, and you think, what's going on here? And she walks to the front door.
Not impressed.
And then you're just looking and you're thinking, what's she going on about? And then you just see this sort of like figure crawling around the car.
It's unreal.
But struggling to find the floor.
Yeah.
It's as if he's like a blind man who's lost his a blind man wouldn't have glasses, but a visually impaired person trying to find the glasses on the floor. That's how.
It's like someone walking on ice.
He's like Velma.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was all over the place. I'll show you a video after.
I'd love to see
Unbelievable.
that.
It's funny.
Yeah. Also, a nice little thing that happened earlier, Ben, before you got here. Harry used this word. It's completely new. I think he's made up a new word.
Okay.
Coordinized.
What did you mean?
I was saying about when the dancers on the ship, I said they're like coordinized everything.
Coordinated.
Yeah.
Coordinized.
Yeah.
So good.
It sounds like a word that you would like a dancer would make up. Like,
Yeah, or me.
God, they're so coordinated. Coordinized.
Coordinized.
How do you
Just
start
start using that.
I bet fucking clue. Co-order.
What's it look now? It's a word.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But you went away as well, didn't you, Ben?
Yeah, I went. I was Christmas in Berry, and then went to Scotland for a few days. I went to Stirling, then I went to Aberdeen. Got absolutely rat ass there.
What, in Aberdeen, did you?
Aberdeen, yeah.
Oh, I drank.
Everyone was saying, everyone there always like the people I go see there are like, obviously really lovely. They're my friends, but like, a lot of other people there like always got like a big problem with my accent. Like every time I go, someone says to me, is that your real voice? I was like, well, if I was going to mimic any accent, it wouldn't be this one, would it? Like a nasally, hello. Then I came back to Manchester, then went to Leeds for New Year's Eve, and then came back to Manchester, then went to the Lake District for a few days. Probably went to more places than Harry.
Yeah.
But they're all within,
Oh, speaking of travel, so when you went to Dubai, you said you had a lot of food there.
Yeah.
But is the food better in Dubai or on the cruise ships?
I would say
it's better Aberdeen.
It's different because the restaurants and the cruise ships were fucking great, but the buffet in Dubai is 5-star buffet. Like, I'm a bit. Last time I went to Dubai was with George Zach.
You know what? Just a quick one.
What are you getting?
I've just remembered. If we do that and just go up a tiny bit.
Yeah.
There we go. That's better.
That.
There's such a difference. That.
Yeah. Do you know what I felt like? That I was about to take a pot, and someone just came in behind me, slipped his hands, and just went, let's just adjust. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know who this person is, and he just goes, that's the one. And then I turned back, and he's gone.
He's never there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's in your head.
Yeah.
Have you ever gigged in Aberdeen, by the way?
Get yourself checked out.
You ever gigged up in Aberdeen?
No.
I reckon we could sell out a show there.
You reckon?
I've got a lot of fans there.
Oh, yeah?
Got a lot of fans in Aberdeen.
Yeah.
How many are we talking?
40.
Oh, right, that's got a specific number.
40 odd. I reckon I could sell 40 odd tickets.
All right, well, do them at 400 quid each.
We'll take Killer Comedy up there.
Yeah.
We'll do a 3-man show. Liam, you up for it? Well, you're not anymore after that response. But there's yeah. No, seriously, we'll go up there.
Crowd control.
You two would like it.
Get back!
Ben's hand is hurting from autographs. Get back!
What's the demographic of these 40 people?
Aberdeen, Scottish people.
Age?
Probably like, I say our age, but I'm a bit older than you. Probably like 25 to 35.
Attractive?
Yeah. There are some attractive ones there, yeah.
What do they do for a job?
It's from that multiple things. Most of the men work in oil.
See what he's doing here. He's doing the AllMadeUp spiel, isn't he?
Yeah, just curious.
No. It's that wedding I went to. When they went to.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And everyone there wants to. They all listen to the pod now. So
nice.
So I reckon we could sell out a show up there. So
do the pod there.
We could do.
I met. I've just remembered there. I met a guy on the ship called Ian, right? Who he's American and lovely guy, but he was like obsessed with darts, right?
Right, yeah.
And he said he was like in America now. Darts is getting huge, right?
Yeah. Well, there's an American in World Championship this year.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Little one, did he?
Well, I spoke to Ian, having never seen him play darts, but his ambition was to play at a professional level, and I was just thinking, okay. But he was massive on like Luke Littler. And I think because he assumed that every British person into darts was like, you're chatting to the wrong person, pal.
Yeah, I love darts.
He was passionate for darts.
Yeah.
I
thought you were going to say like watching him play darts was like watching me do stand-up.
Not hit and miss.
Yeah.
I didn't even connect that.
He's never going to make it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was mad into darts. But yeah.
Can you mention the story about Garrett or not? Not Garrett. The other guy, Cusco.
Yeah.
Go on, say it's funny. Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Liam, did I tell you this
about the Cusco guy?
About the little Spanish fella that approached me.
Yeah. Well, just say it for the.
Okay. Well, right. Just to give you interesting facts, right? Miami. Okay, so that's the only place I've actually properly been to in America. Miami is 75% Spanish speaking.
Yeah.
Which I was really surprised at.
Yeah, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, well, that's a different place.
No, it's where a lot of people come from.
Oh, right, okay. Puerto Rico was gorgeous. But yeah, the clientele in Miami when they get on, it's very kind of glitzy, glamoury. And when the ship docked for the second week, we did some shows, and I'd finished a show, had a good time, and I was approached by this little Hispanic man who came up to me and said, I really enjoyed your show, but I would like to know, do you like boys or girls? And I said, I like girls. And he said, bad news for me, good news for my friend. And then proceeded to disappear.
Go on. I see. The thing is, I didn't know when you first told me this. Because you said bad news for me, good news for her, and I just thought he was saying, like there's going to be some lucky girl out there. But he was on about his friend.
His friend,
right.
Because I asked you, it started because I asked you before. Did you get hit on the cruise? Didn't I? That's how it started. We were asking that.
Yeah.
For the listener, it wasn't just out of the blue.
And by the way, that's. Yeah, it wasn't a common thing, but this little Spanish guy just disappeared. And do you know when you're like looking at a guy going, "You're a very pretty man."
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and he was
nice eyes.
Yeah. He was. Do you know what was really funny as well? Because we were stood on the stairs. I was about 3 steps above him.
So did he look tiny?
Yeah, mate, he looked like Oliver, right? When he got to, he's like,
"Presa, Alexa, more."
Hola. So chatting, and then he disappeared, and then this girl appeared who's was explaining to me, she was saying hello.
No, do her accent.
She was American, and she spoke like that, and she said, "I really enjoyed your material about the South Africans because I'm African." And she looked very white. But my family are from South Africa, and I wouldn't say I'm massively American, but I am African. And then as she was chatting to me, she's like stood almost very close to me. I could feel something like knobbing into my arm. I was like, "What's that?" And she had one of the little diabetes things, which I just thought proper made me tickle. I was like, in my head going, I could do this as a routine.
Yeah. USA written on it.
Yeah. It's just like, I was like, "Well," and then she disappears. And for the pudding of the meal, everyone gets a cookie because it's the easiest thing to eat. And I was again watching the show, and the little Hispanic man appeared once again with a cookie and said, "My friend would like you to have this." And I said, "I appreciate that, but I'm gonna pass." She said, "Well, she
eat her cookie." What?
You know what?
Your head's in the gutter, man.
Stop it, Harry.
Yeah.
This young girl was just trying to give you
How funny would that be if he come up and he went, "This is a symbolic offering." This has nothing to do with what's on the plate.
Yeah, I mean a vagina.
Yeah. Will you eat her cookie?
So she was like, obviously Dutch African descent then.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely was.
But just, it was a very funny interaction. And, if you got diabetes, that isn't the punchline of the joke, but having it something rub up against you, which says you got diabetes, is funny.
Yeah. You won't go anywhere, love, after that cookie. Your sugar be through the roof.
Yeah, well,
no chance of us going to that date.
I think she was interested in my little EpiPen.
Oh, could you buy stuff on the ship, or is everything included?
Yeah, no. So your alcohol. When you have sea days, right? You're at sea for like 2 days at a time, and then you stop somewhere. Some people do the crossing from the UK to America. They'll have 10 days at sea.
Oh, I'd be rat-assed.
My head would fall off.
Yeah.
And if you're doing 10 days at sea, you're spending money. Easy. I drank these Merry Mai Tais throughout the first 2 weeks of being there, and they were great, but like lethal. So your cocktails, $14, $15. Beer, $9 to like $14.
I say we're all inclusive.
The food is, the alcohol isn't. You can buy drinks packages. You can shop. You get a tattoo on board. You get a haircut. You could get all sorts.
A transplant.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
A little better.
Come off looking like Lenny Kravitz.
You haven't seen my hair when I'm in VR.
Yeah,
it's luscious.
I was going to say, what's been your experience of the VR? Because
it's been good, because my dad's got one.
I know you're into your gadgets, aren't you?
Well, we were both. So basically, I've got one of these VR headsets now. My dad's got one, but my dad didn't really know how to use it.
Yeah.
So we can play with each other online now, like play games and stuff. So you basically put the headset on, and then you're just talking to each other, but it's as if they're in your head. You know what I mean? Because nothing's in your ears, but the sound sounds like it's in your head. So me and my dad are just like chilling in virtual reality together.
Your dad's always in there, isn't he?
Salvage whatever relationship you've got. Yeah. Dad, I can explain to you how you've made me feel for all these years. Lewis, I feel closer to you than ever.
You were really there for me when I was 13, and the boys were picking on me.
Coming out to your dad in virtual reality.
That'd be so funny. That's a good joke that you should do that.
Yeah, but I'm trying to write it, but Harry's just stealing all my bits here.
No, I'm giving you offerings.
I'm only joking.
That is a really funny image, though. What do you play with your dad on in the virtual world then?
Well, I was telling him games that he should play on. So basically, he's paid for this golf game, which is like 20 quid. So I'm better forget that. But he's got golf sticks as well. So you put like an attachment onto the handle and you swing an actual club.
And your mum stood next to him with the bag like that. Alison, give us that 7-9, will you?
My mum's putting down virtual balls on the floor. Exactly. just not even holding anything.
Holding a sign that says quiet so everyone in the lounge.
Put a ball down, Alison.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if
she left 5 years ago, Dad. When she's not here anymore, Dad. She's left you.
When it keeps going, they've got such like a synergy when he plays that your dad's about to make a putt and your mum's just in his ear like, Paul Coleman on the 18th. If he sinks this, he wins the Masters. And then he sinks it, and then there's this little embrace. And she's made him a little trophy.
I like the idea of me being his caddy in virtual reality because I've got the headset on. Go on, put my ball down, son. But he's wanting me to do it with him in loads of different things. So like, he wants to be a builder. Well, he is a builder, but he's doing it in virtual reality as well, and I'm his apprentice.
That's funny. That's funny.
I think there's so many things that we could be doing together in that world.
Yeah. So what is your trade? With this on, anything. Anything. So you're going to play golf?
Fishing. He likes his fishing.
Yeah. Any combat ones? You're going to play any combat ones?
Well, like I said, I was boxing the other day. I've not boxed my dad on it yet, but
batter your dad.
Yeah.
Loads of emotional sort of like.
How funny would that be? You, and then there's like a report next to you going, this technology is amazing for children that have been through childhood trauma. Lewis is getting his own back on his dad after years of abuse.
Lewis just twatted his dad.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but yeah, you can. It's mad. You can like go to the cinema together. Like, so obviously when you're in VR, in living room, of like your TV, but I could literally be watching it on a massive screen. I was watching Inglourious Bastards in the bath the other day.
With your headset on?
Wow.
In the bath?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Just to see if it would work, and it did.
Of course it'll work. Why wouldn't it work? Why wouldn't it work?
Do you know what?
Why wouldn't it
work? Liam, man, you got your headsets on?
Do you know what's funny? Is that a bath is a really relaxing environment, and you're watching people hunt down Nazis in quite graphic scenes.
With an electrical device on your head.
It was
the bear tube bit.
Yeah.
I've only ever done them when it's.
No, you should get. You'll have to. I'll bring you to the studio. We can get some content of us like doing something on it.
Yeah.
In it.
Well, one day we could have a guest who sits at their house.
We could have Liam with the headset on channeling the guest, so they're sort of like talking, and then Liam just regurgitates what they say.
It goes like.
Yeah.
Do you know what would be mad is if the guest had it on, and as we're creating the story, they see it.
Well, yeah, it's like really a GoPro as well.
Oh, wow.
The VR. So it's mad, isn't it? So obviously our cat, Willie, we were playing with him. So I've got headset on because with this one, you can see through it as well. So I can see you clearly because it's got cameras on the front that projects your actual room.
Yeah.
So it's like called pass through. So basically I could have the headset on again and I could just pop a screen up there and it'd be at the top and then I'd just be looking at you and just watching that up there.
That'd be so rude if you did that. That'd be so rude if you did that. I'd be so annoyed. You watch that film again, Lewis? You watch that film? We're talking to you.
I'd be embarrassed if someone was like, "Can I have a go on your headset?" And then they put it on, and I'm watching back old gig footage, but doing like analysis on it. It's like little arrows being like where you are on the stage.
Well, do you not remember when Scott Bennett did our gig in Stanhill, and he said he was doing? It might have been Comedy Store, and they have VR cameras in the crowd so that you can pay for a seat and watch it live.
Yeah.
So incels can watch it at home.
In the bath.
Swear to God, yeah. While they're polishing the gun.
Gonna shoot.
That's a cracker.
Yeah. He'll be dead soon.
Yeah. Trigger on finger.
Yeah, exactly.
Bang up!
Sorry, Mum. Yeah, broccoli sounds great.
Beef goulash.
Yeah. Goulash.
Yeah. I'm sorry I forgot your birthday. And I know I'm 14.
I've told you, you've got to refer to me as comrade. Fucks.
Someone else does that. You can do it for like
I was
a lot of concerts now. Actually, a lot of concerts do that. Yeah.
I went to a concert in it.
You didn't, Lewis. You're at home.
I was in my living room.
You need to leave Lee. You need to leave Lee.
I don't need to now. I don't even listen. Charlie CX. Charlie.
SCX, yeah, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You watched that?
Well, it was a free gig. So like you're in there, right? You're in this VR world, but it has like these proximity. So basically, you have an avatar, right?
Yeah.
And then you're in this world, and then you sort of go and stand in the crowd. So and you're watching them perform on stage as if you're at the gig. But if someone comes close to you, you then start hearing what they're saying through your headset. So it's like,
do you know that lad's never left Lee?
yeah. But it's just mad that
he's built a whole world around him just so he doesn't have to leave Lee.
Someone had created a world of the US office. So you're in there, and then a guy came up to me and went, "Are you here for the interview?" And I just muted him because I thought I can't deal with this because people are role playing in there.
Yeah.
Oh mate, you should have said yeah. I am.
I was done.
Yeah, but there's no like.
When the email came through, it just said fake taxi.
Yeah.
I don't see the car. That's the problem.
But yeah.
Whoa!
You get home because I'm a Liam watching you dancing to Charlie SCX like I'm feral. Look at me.
That's really fun. I think you'll get loads of stand-up out of that.
Yeah.
And, I'm just glad you found that after you already got into a relationship. Because I reckon, had it been the other way around, you would be a 45-year-old man, fishing.
Yeah, not even real fish.
No. Lewis, what are you doing today?
Yeah.
What bait you on, son? On maggots, Dad. Yeah.
Yeah. Sitting waders in your lounge like that.
Yeah.
Fucking flying.
Throwing maggots everywhere.
Just caught a shark.
My mum's in the living room pretending flap about on floor.
Yeah. I would like to have a go. I think we should probably. I'm aware of the time now.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. I reckon we do a story, but it's just going to be. I reckon we do a little 15-minute blast of a story.
It's all made up, baby.
So think of a name.
Mel.
Mel. Ben. Last name.
B. No.
Mel B goes on a cruise ship. Could be
Melissa Berry.
Melissa
person.
It is now.
Okay.
How old's Melissa?
33.
Hey, she's not that old yet. I know you're thinking about my Melissa.
No.
30. 33. Okay. And where's she from?
Oh, are you asking?
No, I'm asking you, Ben. Where's she from? I'm a bit tag teaming between
I think
you.
she's from Los Angeles.
Right. So she's from LA. Mel Berry.
Yeah.
But African.
Yeah. She's done a family tree recently. She's found out she's 25%.
She's got relatives everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, not like ancestors. I think she has that voice as well of the American on the ship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. By the way, do you see that video of the Paul Pascal, what is he called or something? The one who was in Gladiator.
Yeah.
Mescal.
Mescal, yeah. Have you seen that SNL sketch where that guy goes in and goes, well, actually, I'm Irish. And the guy goes, oh, big Jesus. And you should watch it. It's so funny. It's like an American. it's taking the piss out of Americans saying, like, I'm actually Scottish.
Yeah.
It's watch it. Okay. It's so funny. Yeah. It's so funny. Much funny than anything we've said on tonight.
So we've got Mel Berry from LA.
Yeah.
33.
33. She's going on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And what does she do for a job?
She's an influencer.
I think she's recently divorced as well, because that's why a lot of people do go on cruise ships. Like,
Do you think?
Yeah, well, some of them are a bit of a.
Well, Harry is technically the expert on this.
Yeah. No, I think she's a influencer. I think she's 33. I think she's single, and I think she's going away to. It's like a business trip. You know what I mean? She's been invited on.
She's working on there as a guest.
Yeah.
She's not part of the crew.
No. But it's like you're going to help promote our brand.
So she's like a travel influencer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. I like that. Travel influencer. Yeah. How many followers has she got online?
500,000.
Yeah, a decent amount.
500,000. Right. Yeah. Oh, okay. And you said she's single. Whereabouts is she from? LA.
Yeah.
I think we've covered the bases there.
Maybe she's actually lives in LA, but she's from like a small town.
Right. Okay.
And that she's moved to LA.
Santa Monica. Santa Barbara.
Yeah. And like, but she's moved to like proper LA now, and it's because she's an influencer. She's got like small town sort of like small town girl.
Okay,
living in a lonely world.
Just a small town girl.
And what is it? What's her dream? What's her ambition?
To
I think a TV show maybe.
Yeah, I think she's a travel show.
Yeah, like that's
A travel show, like right. Okay, so she's trying to land a big gig in TV.
Yeah,
traveling.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's watched what's called Jane. What's that? Jane? What's it called?
Jane Eyre?
No, the opera singer that was on Loose Women. She did a cruise ship show recently. Jane. Oh, I can't think of her fucking name.
I don't know.
It would have been really funny if I
Watch
could remember
it.
her name.
Yeah, watch it. Right, so I picked up a green one. Jane didn't want to accept that. Not Jane. Fucking
Mel.
Sorry. Yeah.
Mel didn't want to accept that the relationship was over.
Yep, and I've got a great idea already.
Okay, and the ending is they burnt the house to the ground.
Yep. Okay, I've got a great idea.
Right, go for it.
I think her ex is the captain of this ship.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah, and I think
that.
she's going on in a way of being like, if they were together, she can do all her travelling through him, use him as a vehicle. And I think he's seen that and thought, you're only with me because...
For my ship.
Yeah, for my ship. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Imagine, I'm only with you for your ship.
And he called it off with her and basically was like, look, this isn't working. He's a bit older. I think he's in his 40s. I think he's 40.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because he had a decent wedge, don't the captains?
Yeah, but I think he's like, I'm wanting to have kids and settle down, and you're not, because you wanted to do all that. And I'm seeing that. I like to go in different directions.
You want to influence everybody else's kids, not your own.
And I think she was made aware of that when she woke up one morning on a lifeboat that he had put her in and sent her adrift off the ship. So that's how he split up with her. And she, and this was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, so at 30.
Yeah.
So at one point, she was in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
And he's just put her on a little lifeboat.
That's how she started. Her following went through the roof because she had a video on there where she filmed.
She documented it.
Yeah.
She had a power bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe back then she was a bit wild as well, so she used to get really hammered all the time, and that's why she didn't notice that she got put in this lifeboat. That's maybe what drove them apart. Like you say, he's looking down, wanting to settle down, and she's just party girl.
I like the idea of him going down, and he's like, right, yeah, get in this lifeboat. Like we're about, it's about to be good. We'll go on a little like.
I'll be in the next one.
And he puts her in, and he goes, right, I'll give you a push, and he pushes her adrift, and then she's going, are you getting in?
Yeah.
And he's going, yeah, let me just find.
Oh, I forgot my compass.
Yeah, and then he just leaves her.
Yeah.
And gets off.
So we're pushing her further away with a big oar. 2 minutes. Yeah.
So he just pushes her adrift. She's got a phone fully charged. Ends up documenting the story. Gets a massive following. Comes back on the ship. Is it like almost like a Pretty Woman sort of thing where it's like, oh, you didn't want me, but now I've come back. I have to be on the ship now. Do you know what I mean? She used him to travel at first.
Yeah.
But now she's got back on the ship because of her own following.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's sort of like,
I don't need you anymore. Yeah.
I don't need you, but she didn't want. But she also doesn't want to accept that the relationship was over. I'm just.
Yeah, she doesn't because she's bitter.
She's bitter.
Yeah, you would be. Mate, if you woke up on a lifeboat, fucking hell, you'd be absolutely fuming. It doesn't matter how much self-soothing or healing you do as an individual. That's difficult to come back from.
But she still wants to be with him.
I don't think she wants to.
Because I just realised that it didn't want to accept that the relationship was over. Or is that just a bitterness? Is what you're saying inside of her?
Yeah. I think it's there's no closure. That's what she's not got.
Right. Okay. So on the ship, influencing what things is she influencing? Because you've just come back.
Restaurants, food, activities, the kind
comedy.
of the entertainment.
What would you be saying about the entertainment on board, the comedy specifically?
She was saying, I offered this comedian my cookie and he wouldn't take it.
Yes.
But I just thought it was really humble of him to not eat it.
She'd definitely call you Stachini as well, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she did actually ask that. She was like, is it Stachini?
Yeah, of course you would. Yeah, of course you would.
Yeah, and she's also a big advocate for diabetes.
Right.
So yeah, she does a lot. She's big in that community. So she's like, hi guys, here I am at the buffet. These are the things you can have. These are the things you can't have. That's a little treat, but we like our toes. And then she just keeps. Do you know what I mean? They lose toes, don't they?
I know. You didn't have to explain
not
it.
all diabetic people lose their toes.
I think that's funny.
Not for them.
Yeah, mate, you got to laugh about it.
It's funny.
Hey.
But anyway, yeah. But no, so she's that's her USP almost. That she's diabetic and and she's all about because cruise ships now are they're like cities, aren't they, on the water? Like there's some with like go-kart tracks on them and all sorts.
We went past the biggest ship in the sea, and it is 7,500 people, and it's called Icon, and it was twice the width of what our ship is. And I got told in the middle of it, there's a thing called the High Street, and it is literally the width of a road with 3-story buildings either side.
Like Lee.
Yeah.
Just Lee.
Yeah, so you don't need to leave.
Yeah. There's a Betfred, someone really trying to push Bibles at you.
And knows.
Yeah.
Well, the guy who pushes Bibles in Lee's got a little pocket amp and like a headset, so it amplifies him a little bit as well.
Wow. That's funny.
But have you got one? So there's one of them on the ship or not?
What are you? I'm an apostle. No, you're not, pal.
You're not.
Yeah.
You live in a hostel. You're not an apostle. Yeah.
Apostle.
So massive, and on this Icon ship as well, there is a park in the middle of it where there are flats, balconies that face inward into the trees and everything in this park. So
I like the idea of that's the ship that she's on.
Okay,
she's
Icon,
on Icon. And maybe, does she capture the attention? Maybe instead of her being an influencer, she's got the influencership, and now she's actually filming the TV show on the ship.
Oh, yeah.
It's a first big break.
It's a first big break.
Yeah.
Back where the story started, everybody. 3 years ago, I was cut adrift on this ship.
In a Los Angeles accent. Give it
years
beans as well.
Okay.
Give it beans.
Okay.
It's like a draw.
Hey there, guys. It's me, Mel B, back on Icon. I was here 3 years ago when I was put in a lifeboat, cut adrift, and woke up in Puerto Rico. But after a long time of counseling, therapy, and self-love, I'm back on board and ready to get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Okay. So she has a little mooch around the ship. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So she's just done the intro to the show, and now she's going visiting places.
She's going, I'm going to get a shot of insulin, and then I'm going to go around the ship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
She got a quiver full of EpiPens.
No, it's a pistol.
Yeah.
It's got a pistol. Yeah. It's like a fucking massive magnum full of, as she goes. And there's all sponsors. This is sponsored by the NRA.
Yeah, that's funny.
Right. I've just picked up a prompt. Their phone.
Yeah.
Their phone rang and a voice told them that their days were numbered.
Okay.
So the phone.
Right. All the rooms on the cruise ships have phones, and you have like an iPad, and you really kind of looked after. But you can ring 991 on any of the phones, and they'll services will come. They have a cell. You can turn your room into a cell effectively because they can lock you in, and then you just have security outside. That has happened in the past. So I think not to me, mate. Yeah. So I'm afraid you didn't eat this woman's cookie.
When Utty, my mate Utty does cruise ships, and he got on a ship, and lockdown had started, COVID, and he couldn't leave his room for like 3 weeks, just like food getting brought to him and stuff like that. Yeah,
I'd go mad with that.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
he was confined to your room.
I'd look like I'd been on Castaway Island. I'd like, God, why does he smell so
Wilson?
Where did you get that ball from? Yeah.
Where did you get the ball from? The head
so go on. You were saying,
So I think she's in her room, and the phone rings, and there's this muffled voice that comes on that goes,
"Your days are numbered."
There you go. Your days are numbered, right? And I think
looks at a calendar. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
They're all in order. 365 of them.
And there's 365.
I think she recognizes the voice. Okay.
Yeah, because it's the captain.
Yeah.
Or at least that's her assumption.
Yeah. Or it could be the captain's like Shmee, the little.
No, or maybe it's the captain's
his name Captain Shmee?
Maybe it's the captain's new girlfriend who was her old friend or something.
All right, okay.
Yeah, adds a bit of drama, adds a bit of tension to the situation. Or do that.
I think it's the captain. I think it's a short story.
Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So it's the captain. It's the captain. She recognises the voice, and now she feels a bit like, right, I'm in danger.
Yeah.
But she's also trying to create a TV show.
Yeah. So,
So she's just looking dead, like
I
switch it.
think there's got to be an announcement over the tannoy, which there always is on cruise ships, like all the time. So I think you play the captain, and I think there's got to be like some sort of she's recognised the voice.
Or maybe one of the events that they're putting on is it's like a murder mystery. Do you know, like where they do someone fake gets killed and you have to figure out who's done it.
Yeah.
Everyone put on your masquerade ball sort of outfit. I'm guessing you have to bring loads of different outfits when you're on a ship, no?
Clothes each day. Yeah.
No, but they not like suits and do people bring suits and stuff?
It's not. A Virgin's not like that.
Right.
The ones my dad used to go on, everyone would wear like a dinner suit for dinner.
The captain's dinner.
Yeah, you just put like you wear a tux. But yeah, you could have a masquerade ball. That could be.
Would it happen on Icon?
It could happen anywhere. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
A ship that big, you can have whatever you want, can't you?
Yeah.
It's got a park.
That was just my suggestion. Anyway, it could be something else. I'm just thinking something that the captain can announce, like.
I think because the captain is like the ultimate authority on the ship, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%.
Like even in international waters, like they can do like court cases and all sorts. They've got like really mad rules, haven't they? Where
baptize
they can, like,
people.
Yeah, like people
Marry
they
people.
can marry people. Yeah.
Execute.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Can they?
You can. Yeah.
Not international waters. It's captain's prerogative.
Bags on the heads, loads of gunmen.
Yeah, exactly.
God, he's a Somali pirate. Shit.
He's a Somali.
Shit.
That's funny.
It's just playing a long game.
Okay, so I think the captain makes an announcement that is something towards the. There's going to be the ball dinner tonight, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Dressed to impress, and there'll be one lucky person who can have a seat at the captain's table.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
It's going to be a killer night.
Yeah, it's going to be a killer night. And what have they got to do? What's the activity they've got to like? How do they get their seat at the captain's? Is it best dressed or is it?
Yeah, I think it's best dressed because I think she goes looking like someone's pretty woman, like absolutely fabulous.
We've understood he's looking for a wife, so he's seeing this as like trying to not objectify, well he is, but
does he know that she's on the ship?
I don't think he's fully. Yeah, no, he does. Yeah,
he knows.
Well, don't know about the TV show, probably, won't they?
Yeah.
And I think he is this selecting someone embarrasses her further. And he can
because he didn't pick her.
Yeah. Well, I think Icon's a big deal for him as well. I think I think he's almost been promoted in that 5 years as well. He was just doing normal cruise ships, and now he's the captain of the biggest cruise ship in the world.
I like the idea of the captain being like, there's one space at the ship, and he just gathers everyone in like the main like hall, and then just looks at every single one of them to find the one he finds the most attractive because he's got the power and he's like,
that is a horrible idea. That is a horrible idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
That this man would just line up women and then choose one of them.
And men.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, either way, it doesn't matter, does it? It's a horrible idea.
I like, maybe he does do that. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. I want you to all join me in the ballroom tonight. All passengers above the age of 18. And
below the age of 35.
Yeah.
Are you the captain? Am I the captain?
Go on, you be the captain. Yeah.
That's how you done it now. So.
No, maybe it goes off like it's a random draw from your room number.
Yeah. Okay, and then it just so happens
to be an absolutely stunning.
All of them are stunners.
Yeah.
He does every announcement. He starts with "Ha, iceberg! Ha, got you again."
Quite like that idea.
Yeah. He thinks it's really funny. But everyone just goes, "Stop it."
Yeah.
We're the Caribbean.
So
no icebergs here.
And that is his co-pilot as it's still on and it's just coming out of the radio. You know what I mean?
I was like, stop it, it's not funny.
Stop embarrassing me. And then he cuts back on in the ballroom and he looks at them all and he goes, well, you're the captain, what's he say?
Hi, sailors.
You're looking at 3,000 women.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah, well, are they?
Yeah.
Right,
okay.
So,
one of you lucky ladies is going to get the chance to sit in the captain's lap tonight.
Oh,
No.
I don't think he'd said that.
No, that's the name of the seat.
Oh,
The
right.
captain's lap. Okay.
Just look at it.
You look so uncomfortable. Look at you.
I know. You go. I'm kind of feeling it, but go on.
What do you mean you feeling it? You freak?
I'm the idea of people being like, oh, and you'd be like, no, it's a chair.
It's a chair here.
Yeah. Like,
Ladies, you misunderstood.
yeah.
Luckily for me, there's no HR department here. I am the king.
You open with,
Iceberg.
thank you for joining me today here, sailors. Before we start, I want you to know the doors are locked.
You can't get out because I'm the charge here.
One of you,
Lucky ladies.
Or men.
yeah. And I think he goes, and he's like,
Bars come up on the side.
He goes, one of you, lucky ladies, or men, but probably ladies.
yeah.
Bars come up and sort of crown the ship.
Yeah.
So there is like absolutely zero chance. And he just goes, just a joke, and lowers him again.
Yeah. And he goes like, the bars are open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Brannigan? Yeah.
Yes.
And I think there's got to be some ladies in the crowd that are a bit like
Up for it.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. The first. I think there's
Yeah.
different challenges. I think there's like different challenges to get there.
I think he.
Same challenges.
What? He's put bars up and they got.
Well, this is part of the TV show.
Yeah.
It's to get it, the TV show's called The Captain's Lap, right?
Yeah.
And basically, she's presenting it, and it's painful for her because she still wants to be in a relationship with him, but she's got to document another person sort of
Yeah.
sitting at his table for this TV show.
Yeah.
The first challenge you will all take part in is
What's-
an arts and crafts challenge. You have 30 minutes to make a rocket out of a washing up bottle. Go. And I think he looks around and they're all like, and he goes, and if you've not brought one, you're already out. And I think that calls half of them, right?
Yeah.
Only half.
Yeah. It's 1,500 left. They create.
Like a Squid Game.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other ones get pushed overboard.
First one catch a fish.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't. I think they're more obscure. I think he's a freak.
Right.
Yeah. Captain Freak.
Yeah. That's his name. Captain
Yeah.
Freak.
Got 3 eyes.
Fred Freak.
Yeah. You might notice I'm the only captain ever to have a leather hat. Notice my
God.
PVC pants, everybody.
Yeah. I wear these white gloves out of choice.
Yeah.
Everyone else's choice.
Right. Well, let's just do another prompt because we're firing through the story. Right. So this now happens. Their nose wouldn't stop bleeding.
Okay.
Okay. Well, maybe the next challenge is like going up really high. You get a nosebleed.
As soon as you said it, I could tell you were like,
But also remember that she's had the phone call saying your days are numbered,
yeah.
Yeah.
and the nose wouldn't stop bleeding as
think-
it should have been poisoned.
Maybe she's like, it's a weird side effect of her diabetes. That
We can't just be like attributing diabetes to all these things. Go on.
no point have we said we're medical experts.
Nosebleeds. I've never heard of a nosebleed.
I get nosebleeds all the time. I've not got diabetes.
I
might.
don't, and I don't, and I've probably got it.
I think her nose starts bleeding. So she's like, well, challenge number 1 was complete. We lost 1,500 contestants in that round.
Yeah.
And the next challenge is, oh my God, my nose is bleeding. That is pouring. my African heritage is spilling out. I'm losing so much of my Gambian heritage. This is insane.
Irish, Scottish,
yeah, and
Welsh.
I think to the point where medical staff have had to like gauze her. You know what I mean? Like just put 2 up there.
Yeah.
And I think
Do it like that.
I think at that point, that's day 1. She goes back to her cabin.
Yeah.
And then she wakes up in the morning, and on her sheets, written with one of the gauze, is like, no, yeah. I think it reads, "Play with feathers, get your ass tickled."
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's quite a nice little.
And the next challenge,
Yeah.
it's catch the chicken on board.
Yeah.
And whoever catches it, like in Rocky,
Yeah.
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 They throw a chicken on board. First one catches.
Straight down the water slide it goes.
Yeah.
It's 1,500 people going after this chicken.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Oh, yeah.
The scrapping.
Yeah, okay, so I think that happens.
They're fighting to get a seat at this table. It's making great TV.
Yeah. And I think whilst that's happening, Captain Freak is running around just throwing chicken feed at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, at the
people.
sailors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
He throws like that
he's
as
a
well.
fucking
He throws
nymph,
like
mate.
with his hands.
Not even controlling the ship.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's driving this thing?
You don't drive a boat.
Yeah.
Right,
okay, so then and he's got to have whittled it down there. So, like, only one person's caught the chicken.
No, a few of them have caught
Maybe
it.
there's like 5 chickens he released.
4 of them have. 2 have got the wings.
Yeah, and 2 have got the legs.
2 got the legs, right? And this poor chicken is just like, ah!
And the captain sees this and he just goes,
Pull.
And they go, what? And he goes, pull.
Yeah, and I think the second time he says it, he's beneath the chicken, right? And its carcass just falls over him. He's a freak. He's an absolute freak.
There's giblets all over his face.
He's covered in blood and feathers.
Yeah. This is like lockdown really got to him. Yeah. He was never like that before.
Yeah. Yeah, he spent COVID on ship.
Yeah, he's never been the same.
This is all like foreshadowing for the fact that maybe he's quite a sadistic man, and he wasn't actually trying to dump her. He was actually trying to kill that girl when he pushed her off.
When he pushed her out to sea.
I think he's mental.
But ship
Is it? What makes you think that?
Yeah. So
right, so there's 4 left.
Yeah,
and
he gets up off the
including
floor.
her as well, though.
Yeah.
no, she's documenting it, isn't she? She's
yeah.
documenting it, Melissa.
He gets up off the floor and he's got chicken feed all over his back. Right?
It's stuck to him because of all the blood
Yeah.
from the chicken.
Oh yeah, he looks in absolute state, right?
People want
The captain's lap.
the captain's lap.
Yeah. And there's 4 left.
Yeah.
Right. And they're all stood in front of him with pieces of chicken just in their hand.
Yeah.
Right.
Last one's like a dance.
But remember, right, so we've got like a couple of minutes. They burnt the house to the ground. That's the ending of the story. They burnt the house to the ground. Now that could be, is that what the contestants win alongside the captain's lap sort of seat, or is that a place on the ship called the house?
Yeah.
Like a restaurant?
It could be a metaphorical thing as well.
Yeah.
The house, like the house of Gucci, almost that sort of thing. Like.
I don't know. Is the house? I think Mel, because this captain is where we're on his storyline.
What's his name?
Captain Freak.
Can we call Freakhaus?
Freakhaus?
He's German. He's burnt him to the ground.
That's not a bad shout. His name's Captain Freakhaus.
Freakhaus,
I like
yeah.
that, yeah. But it's like Haus.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah, good save, Ben.
Don't worry about the spelling, listeners.
They burnt the house to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just helps us get out of that.
Yeah. And I think there he goes, Captain says, all the 4 contestants, join me on the top deck.
Yeah. All the 4 contestants.
Okay, is he fully Austrian?
Yeah, that was where we Kazakhstan.
We'll imagine his accent. You go on. Do you just say what he?
All these contestants come to the deck.
Okay, right, sweet. So they.
All the contestants.
Okay.
But he's changed that accent mid
He's
cruise.
American.
Yeah.
He's like, is he Austrian / German now?
Yeah, once the chicken got pulled over him, he awoke.
His hair went blonde, his eyes went blue.
Yeah, so he's on the top deck with all 4 of them.
Yeah.
Right? And I think she's there, Mel.
Yeah.
And I think he says her days are numbered, but what if she's got to burn him to the ground? I'm trying to think of I think she confronts him as if to be like, he says to the contestants, he goes, listen, girls, there's only one space on my lap.
Is there a bloke?
Yes.
No bloke.
I think there's one bloke, but everyone knows he's not
Right.
going to pick him. There's one bloke. It's that guy. It's like, do you like a girls or boys?
No. If it's one bloke, it's a guy called Brian in his mid-50s.
And he just wants to see the control panel on the ship.
Yeah.
He's like, Brian, you're out.
What type of radar's that? So
Did I catch submarines?
I think he's stood there and he looks at him and he goes, "You've made it to the final challenge of the captain's lap."
Hey, Jesus, you made it to the captain's final final contestants.
The only thing
Cheers again.
left is you have to beat me in an arm wrestle.
Right.
Okay, so one by one, I think he sees off these women, breaks his shoulders. That's how hard he does it. He's sadistic, right?
They think it's going to be like, because it's a TV show, it's quite playful. They rest their hand on the pad. He takes the hand, and he does like a sudden jolt, like really hard, and just snaps it.
But he lives at sea, so he's like at one with the ocean. He knows the motion, and
so when the momentum of the boat is swinging to the left, he goes bang.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's like in his head. He's got tidal patterns, right? He's just in between the lines, right? So I think he's seen him off, right?
Yeah. Brian comes up.
Yeah. The first two girls have gone off. Arms are backwards, right? And Mel's there being like, Icon is this is getting brutal. This is getting so brutal.
This is iconic.
This is making a lot of sense why I woke up in a raft, just drifting off the coast of the
I think she's feeling lucky.
Yeah,
exactly. That's quite a tame thing, really, isn't it, compared to what's happened.
And then I think Brian's the last one.
Yeah.
Right, okay. The third one nearly had him, right? But he like pulled her in her ear and he went, "Give up," and then he just lost her again. So he's mental. Right? And then Brian comes in, right, and he's locked with him like that. And Brian is asking him questions about the ship, just being like,
but this guys can't beat him. The captain's trying his hardest. Yeah. Brian's just like, so what's on it? How's it got on it?
Yeah, Brian's not even interested about beating him. It's just time with the captain. So he's keeping him there. Yeah. And he really wants to lose, if anything. But
can you explain to me maritime law? I was like, wait, do you ever pick up migrants?
The captain is trying to force his own hand down so he loses, but Brian's keeping it rock steady.
Yeah. Do you know what
What's the horsepower this baby got? What's it got? Is it powerful?
Just to keep him infused and going, Brian pretends he's losing. And he go, right, yeah. So as I was saying, the cabin.
It goes on for hours.
Yeah, it was in Airplane.
What, the comedy?
Yeah, the film.
Yes.
What that woman who keeps talking to everybody all the time, they all kill themselves.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was thinking that sort of ending.
Well, what I was thinking was, is arm wrestling him for hours at this point. Really struggling now, the captain.
Yeah.
But obviously no one's steering the ship. And obviously, we said before about there not being any icebergs.
Yeah.
But ironically, it's been that long. You've started sailing.
Yeah. And what's happened is the ship is actually crashed into, and this has all been Mel B's plan, into the wreckage of what her lifeboat was. And
how big was this lifeboat?
It was pretty substantial.
Took out the biggest ship in the world.
Yeah, I think it's put such a dent in the side that it starts going down.
Well, maybe the lifeboat, she's packed with C4.
Yeah.
So that it didn't look like much, but she's essentially engineered this plan so that it drifts towards the lifeboat and, as a metaphor, blows it up from the lifeboat that she was sent out to sea on.
Yeah.
Precisely. Yeah.
I thought there could have been so much friction from the arm wrestle that his polyester uniform set on fire.
All right, okay.
He's gone, no! He's just gone up in flames. That's obviously too silly.
So the ship sinks.
The ship sinks.
Yeah.
Obviously, she
makes it to a lifeboat in time.
Yeah, the only one. Yeah. Everyone else on the ship.
Oh, this would be great. Right. Ship sinking. It is going down. All the passengers get off, right?
Oh, right.
And
they're safe.
The captain has to go down with his ship, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And I think
she pushes him out.
Yeah. He like puts his foot on the lifeboat as if to step off. And she goes, 1 second, let me just, and then pushes him with an oar back on. And it's like that. And he's just looking at her. And then as he goes down into the sea, she just gives him the birds.
It's a burns to the ground, though, isn't it?
Yeah. It burns. There's oil on top of the water, so there's fire.
Pulls out a bow and arrow.
He pulls out one of the quid from the quill
and shoots him.
Wipes a bit of
insulin.
He just sets it on fire on end.
Yeah, strikes it off her knee. Loose.
One of the toes falls off. She sets it on fire. Knows it.
Yeah, I like that.
As you all know,
Exactly.
we all lose toes.
But she stops the bleeding with someone's cigarette. And then, she lives happily ever after.
Right. Well, that was a nice little 20-minute story. that.
Yeah. Bit
Boom.
mental.
We kept it in. We kept the muscles
Going.
fit. Yeah. We just pumped
Yeah.
a bit of iron, a bit of
Enjoyed
mental
that.
iron. Right, wrap it up for us.
Guys, we are going to be back next week with a new episode, new guest, and we've got loads more coming this year. Thank you for supporting us, watching us. Subscribe, tell your friends. See you later on in 2025. This has been All Made Up with me, Harris Dakini.
Me, Lewis Coleman.
And me, Ben Hart.
And Liam Rigby.
And Lee Rigby.
Enjoy.
It's all made